up? What's up? What's up? Once again, man, we outside, man. Southside.
We outside.
And it's me, the Fly.
Again.
And we was just, this is a special edition, man. We want to talk to you about accountability. We just been was talking about the way the world is right now and how a lot of things that affecting the regular folks in the world today, man. And after we being, although we're affected by what's happening in the world, we're saying, man, that right now, man, a lot of people are not being held accountable for the things that are being done in the world that affect the world. So when is accountability, we ain't even gonna say acceptable, but when do you become accountable for the accountability the role that you play in the mischief of the world? So now you said, well, hold on, man. You just said a whole lot. We can start with little things, you did this and didn't account for it. Give me an example of accountability. Let's give a small account.
Just being honest. A lie could change a person's life.
Right.
Because they now are going to be held accountable on that lie.
Right. They're going to be judged on that lie. And if it's a lie that you put in the air, when do you become accountable for that lie? And right now we being lied to, man. America, we being lied to. We being lied to on a lot of levels. We being lied to about, if you vote for me, I'm going to make America great again.
I'm going to make your life better.
Was that a lie?
No, that's a lie. And all, none of them exempt. They all lie.
Did your life get better?
No.
Mine didn't either.
You get a little sprinkle. But the deception is always in the fine print. You understand?
Yeah.
When you go fill out a contract for something,
you held to that contract.
You held to that contract. And if you didn't read that fine print, when you realize that it's going bad or went bad, they're going to pull out the contract.
They're going to hold you what?
Accountable. You signed your name here. Well, I didn't read that part. That's on you.
That's on you.
We gave it to you.
So with that said, and we holding everybody accountable, when do we start prosecuting people that's being held accountable? So I get you to sign over your house. Fraudulent. I tell you that I'm going to give you this. No, I tell you I'm going to fix your roof. Right? Sign this contract, man. I'm going to come in and fix your roof for X, Y, and Z. And 3 months later,
you get funding.
No, I sold your house. Fraudulent. You signed this, and I tell you, well, you signed it. You gave me all rights to your house while I fixed it. And while I was fixing it, I deemed I can't fix it, so I sold it. Where's accountability for that? And this is just an example of what happens to me for the fraudulent contract that I had him sign. Sure, he didn't read it. Sure, he should have did his due diligence on it. But does that make me right for being able to sell it up under him? Nah. There's got to be some checks and balances with everything.
Some guardrails.
In your relationships. At your workplace.
At your place of worship.
At your place of worship. If I tell you put some money into the bucket because we're going to need a new roof or we're going to do some renovations to the church, and you put your hard-earned money into that bucket, and at the end of the day, I don't fix nothing to the church, but I show up with a Bentley because that's how generous I was on fixing your place of worship. Oh, you gave heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
You did God's work.
Mm-hmm.
And I break out with the Bentley, but we still got bathrooms with leaks in it and the roof that's taking on water.
Being that you said roof.
Am I held accountable?
That club with the roof caved in DR.
Oh, come on.
Somebody need to be held accountable.
Accountability.
180 people died and more hurt.
They still digging people
Still
out.
digging people out.
These people went out just to have a good time. Partying on the rooftop. Now the building code say, man, listen here, you can have 100, 200 people up on the roof, but I got 1,000 people on the roof. What's gonna happen?
Guaranteed disaster.
And they jumping, they merengueing, they doing all kinds of 1 steps, 2 steps, and the roof cave in. The roof ain't on fire. It's just too many people up in there. And it cave in. Accountability. Who do we blame for that? These people went out to have a good time, man, and party, and now they lose their life because some person or someone said, you know what, we're going to keep selling these tickets, man, flood the roof, man. Instead of saying, no more people on the roof, we got to open up the party outside. All it takes for somebody to be conscious and responsible, so this way, the accountability is, I don't want anybody to be injured or hurt.
A couple of years back, I think it was Flint, Michigan.
Oh, man, you talking about that water?
They polluted that water. That hurt a lot of people.
Accountability.
Nobody took accountability.
Somebody polluted the water, right?
Nobody polluted the water.
The water was tested, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to say, hold on, listen here. This water is not good for human consumption.
Exactly.
So we just gonna let the people keep drinking the water?
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people now, everything is about money. I don't care who I hurt. I need this money right now. You understand? You got the higher ups dealing with inside trading.
Yeah.
Because they feel they're above the law. So how do you hold somebody accountable that believes that they're above the law?
You gotta tell them no. You gotta say, listen, I'm gonna hold you accountable for the action. Were you involved in this? What was your role in this? And whatever your role in, we're gonna hold you accountable for that.
A small portion profited.
Mm-hmm.
A huge section lost.
The balance is unequal.
It's unequal. There's no checks and balances. There's no guardrails. We live in a world that's just running wild, that's on fire. And a lot of people don't even know it's on fire yet. Or don't even care that it's on fire.
These people out in California that lost their homes to that fire.
Mm-hmm. Thinking they insured.
We can't even find out who set the fire. One, right? We still trying to figure that out.
No accountability.
Two, we didn't have water accessible to put out the fire.
No accountability.
And then the third thing is the insurance is not covering the damage for the fire.
We don't want to be accountable to pay all that money.
And then you know what you find out? You find out that this portion of land or whatever, the black minorities that was grandfathered into this property from their forefathers who had this property and they passed that property down, lost out. So when they lose out, they said insurance is only going to cover $500,000 off of $1 million home before the fires happen.
And
so
you still owe the bank.
Or guess what? It was paid for outright because remember, it was grandfathered in, so we done been paying for this forever. So it's paid off. But because this is a desirable place, we got to relocate you. But we only gonna relocate you with $500,000 opposed to that $2 million that you were supposed to get when the house was there.
So you lost 1.5.
Huh? Why do black folks, and I know it wasn't just black folks that lost, white folks lost too, we know, and they're feeling it too, because not all of them people were really wealthy, but they had a piece of property that could be accounted for wealth. Because your assets is what? Who you are, right?
And some of the things that they lost can't be replaced.
Can't be replaced. And so how do I start all over again with a small fraction of what the wealth was worth? This is crazy. So now we got big business coming in and say, listen, I'll buy the scorched land and I'll rebuild.
And make a profit that should have been entitled to you.
They just cut you out. They just cut
scrubbed you away. Now that contract is null and void. But if you did something not honoring that contract, you got to be held accountable.
And we still can't find out how it was still. Oh, it was a natural disaster.
What did the sun do it?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. Did somebody light these fires?
Did somebody light these fires? And this is what we're finding out in the world, man, that there's strategically a lot of things are being done, and people are just, oh, we don't know how or what, when, and how. But that's what we pay the people for investigation and all of that for. And let's talk about
the world ain't the same. Because human beings are destroying it. It rain when it's supposed to rain.
Yep.
Air is here. The sun come up every day. The moon come up. Nothing's changed in that perspective.
And when you say that, you know what I say? That means God is still here.
He's still here.
God is present. With all those things that you just said, the sun, the moon, the rain.
And man is still here doing the same thing
Sabotaging.
over and over and
Sabotaging.
over again, thinking he gonna get a different result. That's insanity. So we crazy. Nah.
You can't keep sabotaging the truth.
You don't know what news is real, what news is fake. You understand? One person could just make up a story and it changes so many people's lives. And then when they do get exposed, they still not held accountable. And then that person that they did it to never get their reputation back.
Never.
Even if they've been felt exonerated, still don't go back.
Right. Right.
Damage is done.
The damage is already done. Damage is already done. And that's what I'm talking about. So
it's just like you buy a car.
Yeah.
Right? You get into an accident. If the chassis is still good, the car could be fixed. But if you bend the chassis, that car is unrepairable. Right. It'll never be the same.
It'll never be the same. Because the foundation is of the car has been compromised.
So you got to get a new car.
Get a new car.
And that might change somebody's life because they might have had 8 payments left. Now, when you go to the insurance company, the car, they say, well,
car's worth.
It depreciated, so we can't give you what it was worth when you bought it.
Yep.
You paid out all that money. Now you're in the high-low. You owe more than what it's worth. The value is not there. You need a car. You forced to go get into another car. You back to 60 payments when you was down to 8.
When you was free and clear. You was
clear. Now, if you really want to get technical, a person that might have had no license hit you and caused the accident. Now, if they would have been held accountable and followed the rules, they would have never been out there. This accident would have never happened. Right. You would still have your car. You would have did your 8 payments. Now the car's free and clear. You got that money back in your pocket.
Yep.
So by somebody else's negligence, you losing.
Yeah.
To keep the cycle going.
No accountability.
No accountability.
No accountability.
You understand? The lie is more important than the truth right now. And that's sending us down that rabbit hole.
That's what's sending us down a rabbit hole. And what happens is we're perpetuating it because, like, we, just to go one step further, we in relationships. Yeah, let's bring it home. We in relationships with no accountability.
Yeah.
You sleeping with the very enemy that we talking about, and you have no idea. You might be married to death do us part. Only to find out, man,
You just accelerated the death.
she putting antifreeze in your drink, man, knocking you off. Cause as soon as you look, you don't hit a scratch off that look like you getting ready to get what they $1,000 a week for life. Cause it don't take much. Oh, I got to get rid of this nigga. He got to go. Or she got to go. Cause you know what I mean?
It works both ways.
It works both ways, man. I mean, men out here, men and women, both, foulness is foulness, man. And if you ain't held accountability, man, for the things that you will do or have done, then what we doing? Nobody cares.
It's like nobody got a conscience no more.
The conscious, the moral
Consciousness
aspect,
is gone.
the moral concept of everybody is like the devil. He winning right now. I hate to say it. God is the truth. He gonna set you free.
Can't, everybody.
But he has to let it all.
The devil made me do it.
You gotta go what?
Gotta go
You gotta go through it
to get to it.
to get to it.
You understand?
We going
but
through
the
it. Right
devil.
now.
I don't think we can use that excuse no more.
What's that? The devil?
The devil made me do it.
No, man.
You had a choice.
Yeah.
You chose to do whatever X, Y, and Z is.
Like you said, you was in bed with the devil.
You understand? You got a choice.
Yeah.
We all have choices.
Yeah.
Where the world is going right now, they made a choice.
Mhm.
A certain amount of people made a choice to elect somebody that told them lies, and they fell for it. And now we all got to suffer for it?
Right.
No, that shouldn't be my accountable. I knew better.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
But now I got to pay the price because you didn't do better?
Mm-hmm.
That's not accountability.
Oh, man, I'm getting ready to hit you with that motherfucking boomerang. So the people that stayed at the Diddy party, what?
Not held accountable.
Was it a choice?
It was definitely a choice.
Did some people leave?
Yes, which was a choice as well.
Did some people stay?
It was a choice. They did.
So, man, listen here, man. If you rocked out with your cock out, then that was on you. If you didn't, then you have to tell them no. You gotta tell them no. So don't be mad about I stayed at the party and now they got me on camera. Come on, man.
You knew what it was about.
You made that choice.
And even if you say, I didn't know what it's about, but now you there and you see what's going on and you didn't leave?
And you didn't leave.
You're accountable.
Come on, man.
You're accountable.
They got some people saying, listen here, man. At 1:30, look for me because I'm heading to the door, man, because this shit get crazy. At 1:30, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that means that 1:31, nigga.
The door's locked.
Listen here.
You in here.
You locked in.
Locked in.
We locked in. You locked in.
There was, I think his name is Preacher Sapp.
Preacher Sapp?
No. Warren Sapp? Is this Warren Sapp?
Warren Sapp? Football player?
No. It's Warren Sapp. Who's the singer? What's his last name? Sapp. Well, there's a preacher that told the ushers to lock the doors. And he started doing some numbers. This church, we need 100,000.
So they wasn't free to leave?
They was not free. He told them go in their pocket. I need $20 from all of y'all.
Was this extortion?
Then turned around and told the people that was on the pulpit with him, It costs to be up here. Y'all got to pay $100. Then he said, the ones that's watching us through the internet, we need a donation of $20.
Damn.
This is the pastor.
What the?
Where's the accountability?
The feds didn't roll in on him? Like, what the? That sounds like straight extortion.
You understand? You went to church for that?
Man, listen here, I came for the word, but I didn't know the word was going to be, listen, go in your pocket.
But the word today is boring. Word got too many rules to it. I don't want to be accountable for that. I want to do what I want to do. And then if it's wrong, I don't even want to be accountable for that. I want you to spare me when you come for me.
Yeah, oh, yeah, have mercy, have grace.
Because I don't want to be accountable for that.
God is a forgiving God.
He is.
Yeah, but not for
But
this
not
evil.
when you're doing it over and over and over.
Not for this devilishment
You know
that
what
you
I'm
do.
saying? We all make mistakes.
Come
Yes.
on, man.
You know what I'm saying? And you should be granted leniency when you make a mistake. But if you do something over and over again, it's not a mistake
If
anymore.
you do something maliciously, man, then you need to be held accountable for it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell me.
I know for me to drive my car, I have to keep it insured at all times.
At all times. You got to abide by the stop signs. You got to come to a full stop when you hit a stop sign.
You got to do the speed limit.
You got to do the speed limit, and we got speed limits here. We got the speed cam. We got the toll cam. We got the school cam. We got cam out here, man. And the government get its money from it all day, every day.
Don't stop. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Congestion. What's that?
Pricing.
What? You're going to Manhattan when they put that rule in effect. Listen here, right? Manhattan always been a metropolitan where people come in and have a good time. It's a business district, man. You got all of the businesses happening in Manhattan, right? Granted, man, it's about commerce. It's about
Commerce.
So now you're gonna charge me to get to my doctor's appointment. Because the best doctors is in Manhattan, most of them, you know what I mean? You want to charge me to have a good time in Manhattan? You want to charge me for living in Manhattan? Go ahead, talk to me, man.
They double dipping.
All day long.
Because you usually, certain parts of Manhattan, depending on where you're going in at, there's a tunnel.
Come on.
A bridge.
Come on.
Some type of toll.
Come on.
Going. And even when you finish in Manhattan, you got to pay that toll.
Going back. They said in 6 months.
And now you're going to add congestive pricing to that as well. So that's not double dipping?
In 6 months of this, what was it? Was it a law?
Price?
Was it a law? Because no, it was a mandate. It was a mandate. So they mandated that if you come down and you drive into Manhattan, the lower part from 60th down, that you got to pay $500 million in 6 months. Man,
where'd that go?
what?
I want that to be accountable. Where did it?
Where is
every
the
nickel go?
Where is the accountability for that? And this is for the MTA, the structure, and because we need to build this up, we need to fix this, and we need to fix that. Man, listen, you got $500 million, man, and counting, because they got an extension on that, because Trump said we got to stop this, but gave them extension. Where is that money? Show me the money, man. Where's accountability for it, man? This gotta stop. You just can't keep squeezing the people when you're not giving them nothing.
No kickback.
Nothing. So I'm that's just one aspect of it, man. The other aspects is, like I said, with your relationships, man. Accountability, man. Stop loving people that ain't loving you, man. You talking about, the Republican, the Democrat, man. Stop loving the people that ain't loving you.
Stop taking the titles off. start taking the titles off because that's how they disguise it.
Mm-hmm.
White, black, a human being. We all human beings.
That's all. Trying to survive.
You know what I'm saying? My struggle is probably your struggle as well.
Of course.
We in the same boat.
We more in common. We got more in common than we don't.
But when you put a title to it, you take away the accountability.
Yeah. Yeah. Now this party, that party.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
When y'all all doing the same thing.
We all partying.
Yeah. The government ain't nothing but the Diddy party as well.
Ain't nothing but the Diddy party. The biggest Diddy party. You know? Come on. We know that when we had the parties in the house, the little house parties, man, when we had the fish fries, man, we had the card games going, man, you know, guess what, man? Sure, we had a little liquor there, man. $2 drink, $3 drink, $4 drink, whatever it is, but you got a fish sandwich, you got this, we play some cards, man, and guess what? Either you win or you lose, man, but you went home and you had a good time.
And wasn't no baby oil.
Come on, man.
Definitely wasn't.
Come on, man. What we doing?
It's where the problem is, in a nutshell, everybody doing things to the extreme. That's where the problem is. There's
At the cost of somebody else.
There's no guardrails. There's no limit. It's like a buffet. You paid your price and you're going to eat as much as you want, even when you full. And then when you full, you still looking, I'm taking something with me.
Can't take it with you.
It's not, but some people do it.
That big pocketbook, that big pocketbook.
I'm going to feed the kids.
That big pocketbook. They still do that?
Still do it, man.
They still do that?
Yeah.
I know when I came up in that moment, they was looking at my pockets and I ain't had nothing. I was like,
They be taking that Tupperware now.
oh man, and putting them in big bags, huh? But them, you can't do that because
one of the things that's bothering me right now.
Talk about it, man.
When you order food, the price is very expensive.
Oh man, everything's expensive.
And you open up your plate,
it don't reflect the price.
It don't reflect the price. Or you get something that rice is involved.
Oh, the weight.
You're getting a whole lot of rice, very little meat. But you pay top dollar. The prices keep going up, but the portion going down.
You know when I knew it was rough? Remember you used to be able to order something with some fries and you used to get a million, man, fries all over the place. You can't even get a lot of fries. Now hold on, did the price of potato go up?
No.
They charging you for these potatoes. They don't give you a lot of fries no more. Come on, man.
They don't give you a lot of nothing no more.
A whole lot of nothing no more, man.
And then the food don't even taste the same.
You ain't even put no love in it.
No. It's bland. If it's real food that we eating.
That's whoo.
It's another story.
We ain't even gonna talk about, man, how cancer's on the rise.
Yeah.
And look, and you promoting cancer, but in the same token, you taking donations to fight cancer. Whoa, man, this game is crazy. This game is crazy.
It's a rigged game.
This game is rigged.
You can't win. That's what it is. There's no finish line. It's a continuous run.
Then they got the wife blaming you blaming the wife on why things ain't going right. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, man, you done been hoodwinked.
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. You know what I mean? Malcolm said it.
There's no safe havens no more, man. There's no boundaries.
So whatever happened to what we got?
Every man for themselves.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It used to be we all we got. But we got to get back there. Because we all we got. I'm talking to my black folk right now. You know what I mean? Not that I got anything about white folk. But what I'm saying is, when I say what I say, is that when I say we all we got, mean that, man, we done did the best with less. We don't need it all, man. We done had good times. I just finished telling you, man, when we had the little card games and the little fish fries. All of that was done just to pay the rent. Y'all don't remember? Y'all don't remember? Mom got that EBT, got them food stamps, man, got that fish, the disc, the cards, and because the rent got to get paid. And the rent did. Lights are still on.
Everybody had a good time. Your bill got paid.
We got to take it back there. And we ain't we ain't got to take it back there. They taking us there. So black folk, we're gonna be all right. Just love your neighbor like you love yourself. Cause we all we got.
Mm-hmm.
We all we got. And as long as we
you see your neighbor go through a tragedy, you gotta be there for him.
That's it.
It ain't always gotta be financial, but just moral support.
That's it.
If you need anything, just let me know. And don't even wait for them to say, let you know. You know
just go.
Something you got, they gonna need this.
Yeah.
It'll come back 3 times folded. If
Yeah.
you're a good person, it'll come back. Guaranteed. You understand? Because something that somebody going through, that could be you tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
Real talk. Just because you blessed today, that don't mean you're going to be blessed tomorrow.
That's right.
And don't take blessings for granted as well. You understand? Because something you built your whole life building could be gone in 20 minutes.
So, when you see good people in need, if you can,
help them out.
Help them out. We know the fakes, the frauds, the scamsters. We know who they are, right? But that other individual, man, that you see, man, looking like, damn, I'm gonna hook you up, man. Here's $1, here's $5, here's $20, man. Go ahead and get yourself something to eat, man. Let me go buy you something to eat, man, because today it's not gonna be what all your days gonna be, but today I'm gonna bless you, man, because I know I see the greatness in you. I see you in me, because I've been there. Those are the best stories, man, and I just want to say, man, it ain't over yet. But let's just sit back and let's see how this thing play out, because accountability is everything. Stop believing a lie.
Do your research. Investigate everything. And you know if it's a lie or not. On that note,
we all over the place with accountability, man, but we just want you to know, man, listen, man. Do on others as you want done to yourself. If you see the good in yourself, see it in others. And with that, we all gonna prosper. Because our day coming. God ain't over. He's still here. The devil's running rampant. But we ain't gonna blame it all on him, because you knew that you were supposed to leave that party at 1:30 and you stayed to 5. So
Southside.
we outside.
We outside.